Good morning. Welcome to Tuesday edition of Daybreak, Randy's Corner, and I'm your host, Randy Clark. And I've got a real special guest here with me today. This is Miss Denise Cook Godfrey. Good morning, Denise.
Good morning, Randy.
How are you today?
I am doing great, doing well.
Thank you so much for coming in and spread the word about what we're fixing to talk about.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Can you, since we're talking about Denise, could you tell us a little something about Denise?
So, I'll tell you a little bit about me.
Okay.
So when I'm not writing, of course, I am a native of Sylacauga.
Okay.
I've been working for the banking industry for about 40 years. I am a pastor's wife. Our church is New Beginning Ministries. Pastor DeForest Godfrey. I'm a mother and a grandmother. I do love to do the ministry work and service for that, for the church, for dance, praise and worship dance, and just all around people person, and just love to do the things that God has called me to do with the public as well as the youth. So that's a little bit about me. I grew up in a community on the outskirts of Sylacauga, though, called Odina.
Okay.
So I'm one of 8 children. My parents are Mary Cook and William Cook Sr. So, yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Good, good. So, I want to go back a little bit. Let's talk about what we're here to talk about today, which is part 2. But for the viewers that didn't get to go to the last play, can you tell us a little something about what Breaking Point is?
Yes, the Breaking Point, like you said, it's a stage play. Last year we did our debut. We did the part 1 of it. It has to do with gun violence. That was the central theme, gun violence. We wanted to also hit on the theme of our youth having kind of a difficulty connecting with the church in so many ways. We also had some plot twists that we brought about with dysfunctions in families and even some issues in the church. So the Breaking Point, part 1, was done in August of last year. So we are doing a sequel this year. And it's still going to carry some of the same themes as last year, but we're going to have a couple of other things that we're going to also spotlight in the Breaking Point, the sequel.
Okay. So, for those of you viewers that didn't get to see the Breaking Point last year, me and Mr. Paul Stepp, with things going on in Sylacauga, we did an interview with Denise and...
It was Raven Cook, our PR director.
Right. So if you didn't get a chance to watch it last year, you can go on. You can always go to Things Going On in Sylacauga YouTube channel and look up last year's interview about the Breaking Point, and you can learn a little something about them before you go to this year's show.
That's right.
This year's show, without revealing too much, can you share what the themes are and why they are in the storyline?
Sure, Randy. So one of the central themes for this one, for the sequel, is forgiveness.
Okay.
And that forgiveness stemming around such things as traumatic events from the past. Sometimes we carry things and it's traumatic. And we're also going to be spotlighting as a theme mental health, emotional health. A lot of times, especially in the Christian community, we don't look hard enough, I believe, at our mental and emotional condition because of our spirituality. So we're going to be kind of spotlighting that theme as well. And it's going to be very interesting.
Right.
When we take a look at it. And the cast, I know you didn't ask about the cast, but they are so phenomenal. I mean, wow. Bringing that theme out and bringing the characters to life is such an overwhelming challenge because you actually feel what those characters are feeling. So I would really invite the public out to view this because of the reality behind it.
Right.
The reality behind it.
Denise, you mentioned mental health. There's a lot more that we could be doing towards mental health than what's going on right now. Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah.
It does. I think it's because sometimes it's overlooked.
Sometimes things like mental health, us as a society don't want to look at it
Right.
when we should be looking at it.
We should.
Right.
We should, because we have to keep our mentality and our emotions healthy. Even if we are strong in our faith,
Right.
we still need to be looking at the emotional stability of what we're carrying.
Right. Right.
And some of us, like us moms, we carry so much and we tend to take care of everyone else and we forget about ourselves.
Right.
So we want to really bring that out as well through the production.
You know, another thing, you're talking about us as adults, us as parents, us as grandparents. A lot of times when our children and grandchildren and so forth, when they see the mental health issue, we just kind of brush it off to the side when we really should be explaining to them what's going on.
We should be embracing it more and just bringing it out, because a lot of times awareness is what we lack.
Right,
The
right.
awareness of it, yes.
Right. So now, how can the local community support the production?
Wow, that's a loaded question.
Yeah.
Well, the local community can definitely support the production. Right now, we're doing our sponsorship drive throughout the month of July for those businesses, small businesses, entrepreneurs, if they want to sponsor the Breaking Point. We have a couple of levels of sponsorship that they can get involved with, very economically priced. There are incentives for doing the sponsorship. The community can also, if you have props, if you're into theater, if you want to volunteer to help behind the stage, if you have certain stage equipment and props that you want to donate or even sell to us at a reasonable price, we'll take that. We'll take your prayers, and then just word of mouth, Randy.
Right.
I think word of mouth is very important as well. On social media, Raven Cook, our PR director, is doing a lot of social media awareness. If you can like and share on social media, that will also help. And prayers,
Yeah.
of course, praying for the cast, praying for the casting crew, just a lot of host of things that the community, can really do to get involved.
Okay, right. Talking with Denise Cook Godfrey this morning, and we're talking about the play Breaking Point, Part 2.
This is part
Did
two.
I say it right?
You said it right.
Okay, now, so how can someone contact you for information or tickets, or like you saying, what you need? If they got some props they'd like to donate, monetary donations.
Yes, we'll take that too.
And so how can they contact you? Before we go into that,
Okay.
let's talk about the cast of characters.
Okay.
So go ahead and just say anything you want to about the cast.
The cast, they're phenomenal. They are a group of people. They're not just from my local church. They are from surrounding churches here in the city and surrounding cities. They're of different professions, different backgrounds. Most of them have been with me for years because I've been doing this since 2009. Some of them are new, and they're phenomenal. I'm a little bit, I love my cast. I feel like God handpicked them for me. They volunteer,
Right.
and they are just passionate about what they do.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much to you and Brother Godfrey. Am I saying that right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, y'all are amazing. Y'all volunteering in the community is very important.
Yes.
You know, we preach this all the time. Volunteer your time.
Yes, right.
It's time is precious, so use it wisely, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
Now,
true.
let's talk about the contact, when it's going to be.
Yes.
Are all the casts already selected, or do you need more
Yes.
cast members?
The cast members have already been selected. We can always use extra help though. If anyone wants to help behind stage, or like I said before, we can use that. But our cast we mainly have everyone that we need right now.
But you still need more volunteers.
That's right.
Just contact.
That's right, Randy.
Yeah, just contact you or Miss Raven.
That's true. Now, Raven is on Facebook, and her email is ravencook@gmail.com.
Okay.
Or you can get me, Denise, at dcookgodfrey@gmail.com, or Facebook Messenger. You can send us a message on Messenger through Facebook. And tickets are on sale actually this week. We've got our early bird special at $10 for ages 13 and up, and all the youth 12 and under are $5 right now up until around September 19th.
Okay.
People can get those tickets at that price. The event is September 20th at 4:00 p.m. at the Sylacauga High School auditorium. We're excited. Get your tickets early. That's what we're trying to encourage people to do. Yes, and again, you can contact Raven Cook at Raven, R-A-V-I-N, Cook at gmail.com, or D Cook Godfrey at gmail.com, or you can reach either one of us on Facebook Messenger.
Okay. Now, one question I didn't ask you. The play is directed towards what age group?
Really all age groups. It's family oriented. We do want the youth to come out in groves. Churches, bring your youth groups. Adults, please come out because it has to do with adults as well. We do have some issues with buried secrets where adults have gotten their life, on the straight and narrow, so to speak, but things come up, skeletons come out of closets. How do we deal with that? How do we face things that challenge our emotions and challenge our values? So it's for any age group.
Right.
Technically any age group. It's very family oriented.
Some personal things I'd like to talk about this morning. I don't like to blame everything on COVID, but COVID had a lot to do with things that's going on in this world right now.
Yes, sir.
And
yes, sir.
there was a lot of mental things that went on. I've noticed it through pickleball. People starting to come out of their shell there, but for a long time when we first started pickleball for a couple of years ago, we had some people that was really clammed up that wouldn't talk about things.
Right.
Now they're starting to talk about things, so COVID did have an effect on us.
It
Not
did.
physically, but mentally.
It did.
People didn't understand, especially our young generation. They didn't
Right.
understand how come they couldn't go out and about. So,
That's true.
and I'm sure the play deals a lot with that too, right?
Well, it just deals with, from the traumatic standpoint of things affecting us, because I believe that trauma affects the whole man. It affects us mentally, physically, emotionally, even spiritually. We're affected by trauma, and COVID was very traumatic.
Yes.
So yes, I believe that coming out to witness the production of The Breaking Point will be very psychological, spiritual. We just can't wait to, I say, minister it, because ministering is serving. And we want to serve our community with this production. We want all walks of life to come out. We want everybody to come.
Right, right. Well, thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Thank you, Randy.
This is Denise Cook Godfrey, Breaking Point Part 2. Don't miss it. It's coming up real soon. And we'll see you next week.
Thank you.